Welcome to Viral City, and I am happy to have you back, so stay tuned and let me get your feedbacks too, and I will sure get back to you in the comments. How low can a movie's production cost be? Would you believe that a director made a movie using just a second-hand car, rebuilt 8 times, and a pile of mud? Yet, this low-budget film became a classic, earning 120 million yuan at the box office. Even though most of the film takes place in a small, cramped space, every scene grips the audience with extreme tension. You might even find yourself holding your breath as you watch. This intense survival thriller was directed by American filmmaker William Dickerson. The movie introduces Nick, a successful advertising executive. He has a loving wife, and they are expecting their first child next month. Life seems perfect, but everything changes in an instant. While driving and talking on the phone, a sudden landslide sweeps his car away, burying it in thick mud. Nick struggles to open the door, but mud pours in. He quickly shuts it and grabs a roll of tape, desperately trying to seal the cracks. But the pressure from the dirt is too strong. The windows start to crack, and the roof of the car threatens to cave in. Panicking, he drinks almost an entire bottle of water in one gulp, only realizing later that he might not find another source of water anytime soon. As night falls, Nick realizes he is completely trapped. No phone signal, no working radio, no hope of calling for help. Nick's breathing becomes shallow. He is running out of oxygen. Thinking fast, he pulls a hollow steel tube from a folding chair. Using a bottle cap and some rope, he crafts a makeshift breathing device. He carefully pokes a hole through the roof and pushes the tube through, desperately hoping it reaches the surface. Finally, a faint beam of light enters through the tube. Fresh air rushes in, and Nick breathes deeply, feeling a glimmer of hope. But he knows air alone won't save him. He needs a way to signal for help. Nick tears a piece of newspaper, rolls it into a strip, and lights it with a match. His plan? To send smoke signals through the tube. But in his desperation, he doesn't notice the flames burning his fingers. Instinctively, he lets go of the burning paper. Thick smoke fills the car, making him cough uncontrollably. Soon, he loses consciousness. Luckily, the lack of oxygen allows the smoke to escape, preventing him from suffocating. However, just as he regains consciousness, disaster strikes again. The skylight collapses under the weight of the mud, sending dirt pouring into the car. In the chaos, Nick gets injured, his forehead slashed open by falling debris. Blood drips down his face, but he quickly wraps his shirt around the wound, securing it with his belt to stop the bleeding. As the mud keeps rising, Nick thinks about his wife and unborn child. He refuses to die here. Lying in the back seat, exhausted and hopeless, Nick records a message on his phone for his family. Tears stream down his face as he prepares for the worst. But deep inside, he realizes that if mud is seeping into the car, the soil must be soft enough to dig through. He grabs a flashlight and starts searching for a way out. Using every bit of strength left, he removes the car's spare tire, connects a hose to the air valve, and breathes in whatever fresh air remains. Then, he covers his body in muscle oil to make it easier to squeeze through tight spaces. Removing the broken glass from the skylight, he begins his final escape attempt. Nick digs through the dirt above him, but the tight space makes it difficult to move. He bites the hose and takes deep breaths, pushing himself further. Just as he sees hope, disaster strikes. Again, the soil above him collapses, burying him completely. For a moment, it seems like the end. But fueled by his will to survive, he pushes with all his strength, removing the mud from his face. And then, light. As he reaches out, his fingers break through the surface. Sunlight shines on his face. At that moment, he realizes something most people take for granted: free air, free sunshine, and the beauty of simply being alive. Sometimes, we chase after things we don't have, forgetting to appreciate what we already do. For Nick, survival wasn't just about escaping the mud, it was about discovering the true value of life. This movie proves that you don't need a big budget to create an unforgettable experience. A single location, a powerful performance, and a gripping story can leave a lasting impact on audiences. So, what do you think? If you were trapped like Nick, do you think you could survive? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this review, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more thrilling movie breakdowns. See you in the next one.